Hello everyone, welcome to today's class. So we'll be taking multiplication of decimal numbers by whole numbers, and then we'll also take multiplication of decimal numbers by decimal numbers. So let's start with multiplying by whole numbers. Okay, example number one, simplify 3.75 times 15. 3.75 times 15. So what would that give us? 3.75 times 15. Now, the principle for for multiplying decimal numbers is we will make them to be decimal numbers first, and then we multiply. When we are done, we will now return the decimal places that we took. So this is already a whole number, and then to make this to become a whole number, if I shift this decimal point two times, 1, 2, that will give me that will be equal to 375 times 15. But you must take note that we've shifted two decimal places. Take note of, because we are going to return it when we are done. So we multiply this 375 times 15. Let's see. I would like to do that by the side here. 375 times 15, so that we'll see what that will give us. This is 5 times 5, 25. 5 carry 2. This is 37 plus 2, that will be 30. 35 plus 2, that will be 37. This will be carry 3. This will be 15 plus 18. And then this will be 5. This will be 7. And this will be 3. So if you add this will give us 5. This will give us 12. This will give us 16, and this will give us 5. Now, if you bring this down, this will give us 375 times 15 is equal to, our answer there will be 5625. Now, that is for the whole number. That's what we get for the whole number. Now, coming down to the decimal part, it was 3.75 times 15. So what are we to do here? What is very simple. We have to return the two decimal places that were shifted. The two decimal places that were shifted. So we shifted to the right. So we return it down to the left. And for a whole number like this, remember we talked about this, the decimal point is at the end. So let's return the two decimal places and see what we get. This will give us 1, 2. So our answer will now be equals to 56.25. Please do not stop here. This one is this one is just the answer of the whole numbers, not the decimal one. So if you stop it, that means you are just multiplying the whole numbers. So after the whole numbers, you need to return the decimal places that were shifted. So our answer here is 56.27. Okay, let's proceed to number two. Number two says 4,672 times 0.068. Let's see, what would that give us? Solution. That will give us 4,672 times 0.068. Now, this is the decimal number, so this is the one we have to change to a whole number. How many times do we have to shift that? 1, 2, 3. 3. 3 places. So that will be equal to 4,672 times. No, this will be 0.068, which will make it 68. So how many places? That will be 3 decimal places. So let's multiply that. 4,672 times 68, and let's see what we'll get. 8 times is 16, 56, 57, 48 plus 5, 53, 8 times 4, 32 plus 5, 37. 6 times 6 times 2, 6 times 2 will give us 12. 2 will carry 1. This 40, 6 times 7, 42. 42 plus 1, 43. 6 times 6, 36 plus 4, 40. 6 times 4, 24. 24 plus 4, that will give us 28. So if we add that, this will give us 6, this will give us 9, this will give us 6, this will give us 7, give us 11, carry 1, this will be 30. Okay, so we have that 4672 times 68. That's just the whole number part will give us 317,696. And now if we are to get the final answer, which is for the whole for the decimal, that will be 4672 times 0.068. That will be equal to 317696. Let's return the decimal places three times or three places. That will give us 1, 2, 3. Our point is here. So our final answer will be equal to 317.696. That becomes the final answer. So that's the principle. You have to change the to whole numbers first. Then take note of the decimal places you've shifted. So when you are done, you return those decimal places. Okay, so let's move to multiplication of decimal number by decimal number. So we'll take just one examples because it's following the same principle with multiplying by whole number. So what do we have? Let's see solution. This will be 19.017 times 0.003. In this case, the two numbers are decimal numbers. So that means we have to change the two of them to whole numbers. We have to change the two of them to whole numbers. So let's change. How many times do we shift here? We shift 3 here. That will give us 1, 2, 3. And then we'll continue from here. That's 3 for the first one. Then 4, 5, 6. So we've shifted total of 6 decimal places. 6 decimal places. And that will make it 19 or 19017 times, this will give us 3. 19017 times 3. So if we are to multiply this, let's come down here. 19017 times 3. What would this give us? To be 20, 20. Okay, 3 times 7 is 21. Carry 2. 3 times 1, 3 plus 2, 5. 3 times 0, 3, 0. 3 times 9, 27. Carry 2. 3 times 1, 3 plus 2, 5. So this will give us 57051. Okay, so that's for the whole number. So if we are looking at the decimal, which was 19.017 times 0.003, this will be equal to 57051. Now we shifted how many? We shifted 6 places, and that will give us, let's return 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that means we need to introduce 0 here, and then our point is here, meaning we need to have 0 before the point. So the answer here will be 0.05705. Okay, so that is what we do. So make sure you remove the decimal point by shifting to the right till you reach the last digit. and then take note of how many places you shifted. So you multiply the whole numbers. When you are done multiplying the whole numbers, you now return the decimal places that were shifted. Okay, and that's all for the example. So the next thing is the activities. Please do well to go through them. The first 7 has to do with multiplying decimals by whole numbers, while the last part, the other 7 has to do with multiplying decimals by decimals. Please, these are basic things you always see at the grade level mathematics. Thank you very much for watching the video. Um, Please do well to like, to subscribe, and also to share to others. See you in our next class.